Hello and welcome. Today is my review of October 24th trading day on the S&P. So this was a day where I felt like I was able to get a better read on the market. Using the 2-minute structure, the algos, sorry, about to sneeze, color coding them with the different structures, and looking at the previous day's context, as you'll see in one of the trades that worked out really nicely. Um, I I felt like I was able to feel how things were moving a little bit better. I felt like I was able to get maybe a more accurate overall depiction of where the market was headed, not exactly how it would get there, but just the general feel of the market. Because as you can see, I mean, just looking at this opening right here, this area right here, choppy day, right? So let's go over this first trade. This white line is the previous high of day, and we break above it and we immediately get engulfed, forming that hammer doji, that reversal indicator. And this is obviously happening on high volume. You see this bull bar, but you have to imagine if you connect these two, then you get that hammer doji that forms, correct? And that leading to a failed breakout at the previous high of day, also rejecting the top of this, controlled buying channel here, tapered buying teal channel. And if I'm trading a higher time frame, I can short right here, stop right above and enter here. However, I'm trying to scalp these lower time frames, and you have to be more cautious. You have to wait for those microstructures to form. So simply we break out here, and then you want to see like a retrace, and then it forms some sort of like micro head and shoulder, right? Which is what we ended up getting. However, because it needs more liquidity to just to break down through all of this and then grab this liquidity here. But I just shorted here and I kind of chased a bit, and then as the market retraced and started building that micro head and right shoulder, then I got stopped out for about break even. And I also, very stupidly added right here, and it's just not a great place to add. Like, look, Eric will add to those sorts of trades because he knows how to assess the risk, he knows how to protect and all of these things. But me, I really was just trying to make money. I was just trying to get back in. I was just trying to catch that big move. It was greed. I wanted us to sweep this liquidity here, but the structure here is not great enough, right? There's not a whole lot going on here that's fantastic for us to take out that. So that was the first issue. Next, I added, and I was still able to get in some profit, but it was like it wasn't enough, right? I was like, oh, just a bit more. We break VWAP, we pull out those stops at VWAP, and then we fly in. That's hope trading, that's greed trading, and that's not where I want to be, right? I have to be systemic and simple and mechanical. And after that, I was like, I was frustrated with myself, to say the least, and I took a step back. I walked away. The next trade. This one was nice because this one had essentially the entire day's context was building the structure. So, right off the bat, right, cup, we taper, we test low a day, and then we form that handle with the same exact, see the magenta buying? Sorry, this is blue. Sorry, this teal blue buying, right? Teal blue buying is the exact same algorithm. And then what happens here is we have these controlled selling channels, right, which eventually take over and break us out of this teal channel very aggressively. We break out here, and we form this head, right, left shoulder, right shoulder, with the exact same white controlled algos, and that's where I short. And you could have also shorted here, right, short, head and shoulder, inverse cup and handle, same controlled buying. Breakout on the same white buying controlled algos as well. Profit taking was way too aggressive. Yeah, I definitely scaled some profits here because we broke low of day, but I didn't have to. There was not a single retrace, even like 50% of the previous bar. So why am I getting out so aggressively? I protected here. Why do I have to get out like another 20%? Like the moment that this bar like this, like flicked green for a second, and I jump out. So that was a little too much. So let's go over the best trades of the day. And it's the same issue here, right? Because I had some PTSD from this trade, and that's not good. It's like I hadn't washed away the emotional baggage of this trade and moved on to the next one, because I was like, oh, well, I didn't protect here and I didn't get out fast enough, so that means just here I have to get out as quickly as possible, when the context behind the two are so different. This is rejecting very hard above VWAP, and this is like, there's absolutely no rejections here. It's just red, red, red. Like each close of the previous bar is being sold immediately. So once you protect, just stay in. Anyways, you'll have to excuse me. The colors are a little different, right? So this, I mean, you'll get the point. Anyways, so we wedge here, and look, you could have had this, support, 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 strong bull bar, high volume, defending the range. You could have bought here for a stop below, swing up, or we come down here, right, and we defend this higher low. It gets pretty well defended, and you could buy on that break right above. And there's this liquidity pocket right here, right? So there's this for us to grab, right head, left shoulder, right shoulder, grabbing this liquidity right above, and we fly up. Also at the bottom of the range, right? And then we come here, and this white line, very beautifully, is the previous high of day, failed breakout, engulfing, just like I explained earlier in the video, and we break this first one. Or what would have been better is to wait. So this would have been a better setup, right? This was the trade of the day, and I mean, along with this. However, if you would have taken this head, right, head, left shoulder, but you want to see that microstructure, and we get the head, left shoulder, and then we get these wicks, rejection wicks, rejection wicks, and when these wicks were flying up, right, this is when I got stopped. That's when I got stopped. But once you get this, hard rejection, hard upper wick rejection right at the top, right at the bottom of this magenta channel, sellers are going to try and break through this and grab all this juicy liquidity here, and we did. And then we grab and we hit low of day, and then those same algos, right? Look at the red, look at the slope of the red that comes, it comes right back in. Look at the slope of the white, it comes right back in. Beautiful, beautiful. And I think I shorted here on the break of the white and red, or you could have shorted, once this sort of microstructure here forms head, and then it really forms when you get that one upper wick rejection, one upper wick rejection. You see those two reversal, like large wicks kind of, right, taking us out there. That's your left shoulder, and you can short right there, right, when it broke out firmly and closed below this magenta channel. Gorgeous inverse cup and handle, right? And then we fly down, and it's like, all right, strong bull bar, bear bar close, strong close, no retracement above the previous bar, strong close, not even a retrace, not even going above 50% of the prior bar, strong close, not even going above 50%, strong, not a good close at all, but doesn't even go up to the previous bar's open at all, doesn't go above the previous bar, doesn't go above the previous bar, doesn't go above the previous bar. It goes like 2 cents above the previous bar. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bars, we don't even go at all. We don't go at all above the previous bar, only here. So it's like, dude, why are you scaling, here, fine, whatever, like protect a little bit, but it flicks from like there to there, boom, right? It just like a little bit of green, right? And I get out. And that's not smart. So boom, 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 and you just take it down. Just draw this channel here, right? This blue channel, and it holds you down the whole way. If you would have just let this channel, 1, 2, these 2 points guide you, and you just hold your runners through the whole thing and exit it here, right? I mean, that's an absolute monster trade. So yeah, and then this was another beautiful move. When we have this break here, right, this, I must have deleted it, unfortunately. So you get this yellow algo from connecting this point, and this point. Sorry, I'm going to make that clear. There we go. So if I just take this from here, right, this touch, wicks, copy it, put it to the top pivot, and right on the top break, strong bull bar breaking out, and look at that volume coming in, and that's a great, it's a strong